Well, it is Sunday morning and I am in the office. It's been a busy week for our law firm, as always, in Pennsylvania and New Jersey, headed into another week where I expect to be as busy, if not busier. I put up a blog article regarding gun permits, permits to carry, and purchaser identification cards in New Jersey. Now, in New Jersey, unlike a lot of states like Pennsylvania, you need to have a purchaser ID card even to buy a firearm, and you need a separate permit to buy a handgun, and obviously you need a permit to carry in New Jersey. Most states, including Pennsylvania, where I practice as well, there's a permit to carry that you must have to carry a firearm outside of your home or place of business. But in New Jersey, you need a permit just to purchase a handgun or any firearm in the state. And the point of the article was to talk about petitions regarding appeals when you apply for a purchaser ID card or a permit to own a handgun, and that is denied usually by the chief of police for your town, or sometimes the state police, depending on where you live in the state. And the point of the article was to highlight not only the differences between New Jersey and states like Pennsylvania, but also what the police chief has to show in order to deny the permit. It's really that this person should not have a firearm due to concerns about public safety. And normally the police chief is going to point out a criminal record, but sometimes it's not always a conviction. Obviously, if you've been convicted of certain crimes and offenses, you can't own a firearm in Pennsylvania, I'm sorry, in New Jersey, but also in Pennsylvania. For instance, if you're a convicted felon, or you, for instance, have a FRO against you, or some other instance where you've done something that makes you an ineligible person, a prohibited person, a person who's not permitted to own a firearm. But in other cases, police can and sometimes will deny a purchaser ID card based on an arrest record. And that's where really you have to have an attorney fight for you in court and explain to the court why the police chief made the wrong decision. Typically, the police officer, the police department is looking at an arrest record and where charges have been withdrawn or dropped for a variety of reasons. And that's on your attorney, because remember that police have to show a preponderance as to why this person should not be granted a license to own a firearm in the Garden State. And really, there's a variety of reasons why charges are dismissed or withdrawn. And typically, I've seen that the prosecution either has no case whatsoever, or the alleged victim in the case simply didn't come to court. In that situation, a person deserves the presumption of innocence, and a person should not be denied the right to own a firearm simply because they've been arrested, because there's a constitutional right that the person has. They have a presumption of innocence, and that arrest in and of itself is not proof of any guilt. So if you have questions, 215-755-9000 in Pennsylvania, 856-793-7429 in New Jersey. I'm going to link in the article that I wrote on this topic. It's very much an important concept we have to explain to clients and their families. I'm also going to link in the latest e-update, which went out on Friday, to over 4,000 of our current and former clients in Pennsylvania and New Jersey. Always fantastic articles in the e-update. Once again, if you have questions, 215-755-9000 in Pennsylvania, 856-793-7429 in New Jersey. Have a great Sunday. Have a great weekend, and I'll talk to you all very soon.